The digital world is filled with bright stars, creators who capture our attention and hearts. Every day, millions scroll through endless feeds, searching for inspiration, entertainment, and a sense of connection. Among these digital luminaries, some shine brighter than others, not just for their content, but for the genuine spirit they share with the world. Emman Atienza was one of them, a beacon of positivity and creativity in a crowded online space. At just 19, she built a significant presence on TikTok and Instagram, sharing her vibrant lifestyle and adventures. Her videos were filled with color, movement, and a contagious zest for life that resonated with viewers across the globe. Her energy was infectious, her smile radiant, and her content a window into her journey of self-discovery. She invited her followers to join her as she navigated the ups and downs of young adulthood, always with an open heart. Emman was more than a content creator. She was the daughter of a Filipino TV host and a fitness entrepreneur, yet determined to forge her own path. Despite her family's public profile, she worked hard to create her own identity, balancing her roots with her dreams. In 2025, she moved to Los Angeles, making her new life the centerpiece of her content. The city's energy and diversity became a backdrop for her stories, and she shared every new experience with her growing audience. Her audience grew rapidly, drawn to her joyful explorations and authentic moments. Fans celebrated her milestones, cheered her on, and found comfort in her openness about both triumphs and challenges. To her followers, Emman's life looked like a dream, full of laughter, friendship, and freedom. She seemed to embody the possibilities of youth, adventure, and self-expression. She became a symbol of happiness and possibility for many young people. Her story inspired countless others to pursue their passions and embrace their individuality. But behind the picture-perfect posts, a more complex story was unfolding. The pressures of constant visibility, the weight of expectations, and the struggle to maintain a flawless image took their toll. On October 24, 2025, her family made a devastating announcement. Emman had passed away 2 days earlier. The loss was sudden, and the pain rippled through everyone who knew her, both online and off. The news sent shockwaves through her community. Friends, fans, and fellow creators mourned together, sharing memories and tributes in her honor. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner confirmed her death was by suicide. The revelation was heartbreaking, shining a light on the silent battles many face behind the scenes. The bright light that shone so brilliantly online was gone far too soon. Her memory lives on in the hearts of those she touched, a reminder of both her joy and her struggles. Emman's story is a heartbreaking lesson about the hidden pressures behind the screen. It reminds us to look beyond the surface, to reach out, and to care for one another, because even the brightest lights can sometimes need help to keep shining. Emman's social media journey began as a deeply personal project, not a quest for fame or recognition. She wasn't chasing followers or likes. She simply wanted a space to express herself honestly, away from the pressures of perfection. In 2024, Emman started her TikTok as a digital diary, a safe corner of the internet where she could document her thoughts and feelings. It became a form of exposure therapy, gently pushing her to confront her insecurities and share her authentic self with the world. Sharing her life online, even the small, everyday moments, helped her build confidence and self-acceptance. Each post was a step toward embracing her vulnerabilities and learning to celebrate her uniqueness. The positive feedback and genuine connections she received empowered her, turning her digital diary into a source of strength and encouragement. She found comfort in knowing she wasn't alone in her struggles. Emman was always clear. Her motivation was rooted in fun, self-expression, and building a sense of community. She wasn't interested in chasing money or internet fame. She wanted to create a space where people could be themselves. She cherished the friendships and connections she made along the way, creating a welcoming environment where people felt seen, heard, and supported. Her authenticity resonated with others, and her page quickly became a happy, uplifting corner of the internet, a place where positivity thrived. This phase of her journey was filled with promise, hope, and a sense of belonging. Every day brought new opportunities for growth and connection. By sharing her life, Emman not only helped herself grow, but also inspired her community. The support she received gave her a renewed sense of purpose and direction. What began as a simple diary blossomed into a thriving forum, where people from all walks of life could connect and uplift one another. For a time, it seemed like the perfect way to navigate her self-esteem struggles, offering her a sense of hope and progress she hadn't felt before. Emman wasn't just creating content, she was building a more confident self. inviting thousands to witness and join her transformation. Her journey inspired others to embrace their own stories. But as her audience grew, so did the challenges, hinting at new obstacles on the horizon. As Emman's following exploded, her online experience changed in ways she never could have predicted. What started as a small, supportive corner of the internet quickly transformed into something much bigger and far more complicated. The supportive community she built was replaced by a flood of attention, both good and bad. Suddenly, every post reached thousands, even millions of strangers, each with their own opinions and judgments. For every positive comment, there were more negative ones. The encouragement she once cherished was now drowned out by criticism, sarcasm, and even outright hostility. Her once safe space became a battleground of criticism and harsh judgment. The sense of belonging she felt was replaced by isolation and self-doubt. Anonymous bullies hid behind screens, their words inflicting real pain. The cruelty of strangers felt inescapable, and the negativity seemed to multiply overnight. The joy of posting faded, replaced by anxiety and dread. Each notification brought a wave of uncertainty. Would it be support or another attack? Emman even received death threats, making her feel unsafe in her own digital diary. The fear crept into her daily life, making her question every word she shared. The constant barrage of hate took a toll on her mental health. She struggled to sleep, replaying the harsh words in her mind, wondering if she should just disappear from the platform altogether. The pressure to maintain her online presence became overwhelming. Every post felt like a risk, and the weight of expectations grew heavier with each passing day. Fame on social media is immediate and intensely personal, blurring the line between public and private life. There was no escape, even offline. Her digital persona followed her everywhere. For Emman, the negativity felt like a direct attack on her as a person. It wasn't just criticism of her content, it was criticism of who she was. The very platform that helped her find her voice was now being used to silence it. The freedom she once felt was replaced by fear and hesitation. The double-edged sword of virality cut deep, leaving Emman to wonder if the price of fame was worth the pain it brought. The pressure of constant scrutiny changed Emman's relationship with her content. Authenticity, once her strength, became hard to maintain. She confessed it was difficult to be proud of her videos. The joy of self-expression was replaced by fear of criticism. She felt like she was performing for judges, not sharing with friends. Anxiety and dread accompanied every post. The cycle was relentless. Her followers wanted more, but creating content caused her distress. The platform became a high-pressure job she never wanted. The disconnect between her intentions and reality grew. Influencers are pushed to present perfection, but audiences crave authenticity. For Emman, the line between her real self and online persona blurred, leading to emotional exhaustion. The weight of a million eyes was crushing. By September 2025, the pressure became unbearable for Emman. On September 1, she announced she was deactivating her TikTok, a deliberate act of self-preservation. She was candid. She needed to collect her thoughts, reset her values, and clear her head of dread. Her decision was a powerful statement about prioritizing mental health over online engagement. Emman's break was a brave step toward healing. She modeled self-care, reminding others it's okay to disconnect. Her hiatus was meant for reflection and recovery. By stepping away, she reclaimed space to breathe and reconnect with herself. It was a public acknowledgement of her struggle and a proactive move for her well-being. Her choice showed strength and self-awareness, even as it hinted at her pain. Sometimes, stepping away is the bravest thing you can do. Emman's digital silence didn't last long. Just a week after deactivating, she returned to TikTok with a video captioned, "Touched grass this week." The montage showed her enjoying life in Los Angeles, suggesting her break had been refreshing. Fans welcomed her back with love and encouragement. The video radiated the joy that made her popular. For a moment, it seemed the break had helped, but the underlying issues hadn't vanished. The platform's pressures and critics remained. A one-week break couldn't heal months of harassment and stress. The cycle of leaving and returning is common for creators, drawn back by community, but facing the same challenges. Emman's quick return reflected her internal conflict. Love for her community, but pain from maintaining it. The joy of connection was powerful, but the shadows lingered. Healing takes more than a brief pause. In the weeks after her return, Emman continued posting joyful content from Los Angeles. Her final TikTok, posted October 20th, was a montage of adventures with friends, laughter, lakes, and Halloween fun. But her last Instagram post was different, a cryptic caption with the word murderer. The jarring message alarmed her followers, hinting at deeper pain. In retrospect, it was a cry for help, a glimpse into her struggle. On October 22nd, Emman died by suicide at home in Los Angeles. The contrast between her joyful videos and her tragic end is a stark reminder of hidden mental health battles. Her final posts became a somber legacy. They remind us that social media often hides more than it reveals. Emman's life was a tapestry of joy and pain, connection and pressure. Her story forces us to look beyond the surface and recognize the urgent need for compassion. In the aftermath, Emman's family offered a heartfelt tribute. They described her as a source of joy, laughter, and love, both online and off. Her positivity was genuine, making her internal struggle even more tragic. Emman was open about her mental health journey, sharing her breaks and pressures. Her vulnerability made others feel seen and less alone. The family's words remind us of the real person behind the posts. A beloved daughter, cherished friend, and light to many. Their tribute grounds her story in reality, beyond followers and likes. It's a celebration of her kindness and courage. Emman's story is a call for empathy and understanding. We must remember the whole person, not just the online persona. Emman Atienza's story is a call to action. It highlights the immense pressures young creators face online. We must prioritize mental health over metrics and equip young people with support. Platforms have a responsibility to foster safer environments. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available for anyone struggling. For creators, boundaries between public and private life are essential. Offline experiences and regular breaks are vital for well-being. Emman's legacy should inspire change. More kindness, less criticism. Behind every profile is a real person with real feelings. Let's build a digital world where vulnerability is met with compassion, not cruelty.